Hello everyone, Alicia here with another Lightened Up Weight Watcher friendly recipe, and today's recipe is a viewer request for peanut butter chicken. Now I've never actually made peanut butter chicken before, so I had to look at some different recipes. I found one that I'm going to be using as inspiration in Lightening Up, so I will have that linked down below in the description box if you want to check out what I'm using for inspiration. But it sounds really good, and again, it's not something I've ever made, so I'm excited to try this out and see what we think of it. So big thanks to my viewer that requested this. I always love it when you guys request things, because again, a lot of the times it's things that I've actually never even made before. So it gives me an opportunity to try out new recipes, which is always fun. So let me go over ingredients real quick and I'll show you what you're gonna need to make this. First off here, I've got 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And then you're gonna need 2 tablespoons cornstarch. You're gonna need a tablespoon olive oil or whatever your preferred oil is. You're gonna need a 1/4 cup hoisin sauce, 3 tablespoons soy sauce. I'm using this low sodium or less sodium. A teaspoon sesame oil, teaspoon minced garlic. I always say if you have fresh, it's gonna be better, but I go through so much garlic, I usually just buy the already minced stuff. For the peanut butter, I'm gonna be using this Pbfit powder. So you're gonna need a 1/4 cup of that. And then in here, I've got a 1/2 cup water. That is gonna be for the sauce, but you're also gonna need another 2 to 3 tablespoons to make your peanut butter. And then finally, to garnish this with, I've got some chopped green onions, about a 1/4 cup. And then I'm gonna be sprinkling a little bit of sesame seeds on top. And that is everything that's in this, so let me get it started. First thing I'm gonna do is get my chicken diced up, and I'm looking for roughly 1-inch pieces. So what I'm gonna do, or cubes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna first cut it this direction, kind of butterfly it. And then I'm gonna take each half and cut it in roughly inch wide strips. And then cut those the opposite direction. Like that. So I'm gonna do that with the rest of my chicken, and then I'll be back. Got my chicken all chopped up here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a Ziploc bag and I'm gonna add my chicken in. All right, wash my hands real quick. And now I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to my chicken. Just gonna sprinkle it in there. Start off with 1. Gonna mix that around in there a little bit. Add in the other one. I'm gonna zip this up. I'm gonna just kind of mix this in here and try to get that chicken as coated as I can. Now, if you wanna do this in a bowl, you can. You can just add your chicken into a bowl, sprinkle the cornstarch on and just kind of toss it, but I just like to do it this way. Just seems to work better. Mix this up, and it's not looking as coated as I want, so I'm gonna go ahead and add another tablespoon of cornstarch to that. I'll be sure to have that changed down below in the recipe, and also on the recipe builder. So I'm gonna shake that up. That's looking a little better coated, so now I'm gonna set that aside. And this small crock here, I'm gonna weigh out my peanut butter powder because I just think that's the more accurate way of doing it. But I'm looking for 4 tablespoons, or in weight, 32 grams. So it should be roughly 2 scoops. So there's 32 grams. Okay, my camera card got full and I didn't realize it, so it didn't show, or I didn't get me putting the water in, but I put in my 2 or 3 tablespoons, sorry, of water. I'm gonna just stir this up and see what my consistency is looking like. That's how we're looking, pretty good. So now I'm gonna grab myself a medium-sized bowl. I'm gonna add in my peanut butter. I'm gonna add 1/4 cup hoisin sauce, 3 tablespoons soy sauce, teaspoon minced garlic, and a teaspoon sesame oil, and 1/2 cup water. Now I'm gonna just whisk all of that together. Got this all whisked together, so I'm gonna set this aside until I'm ready for it. Then I'm gonna grab my chicken and head over to my stove. So in a large nonstick pan here, I'm gonna add in a tablespoon of olive oil. And I've got my heat on medium heat. I'm gonna just let that heat up in there. Now that my oil is heated, I'm gonna add in my chicken. And I'm gonna cook this in here. It says 5 to 6 minutes or until it's done, which is gonna be an internal temp of 165. So I'll just kind of cook this in here. When it looks done, I'll temp check it and make sure I've reached that internal temp I need to be at. I've been letting this cook for almost 10 minutes. It's now done. I've temp checked several pieces of it. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour in my sauce. I'm gonna stir that in and let this continue to cook for another few minutes until that sauce starts to thicken a little bit. And also I've still got this on a medium heat. I've cooked this for about 5 minutes. That sauce is thickened up, so I'm gonna call that good. I'm gonna turn the heat off. Now I'm gonna be putting this in meal prep containers, but if you weren't gonna do that, at this point you would wanna go ahead and just sprinkle the top of this with your green onions and your sesame seeds, but I'm gonna do that in my individual meal prep container. So I'm gonna measure this out, see how many servings I get, what those are, and then I'll be back and show you how we're gonna be having it, or what we're gonna be having it with. I've got this in my meal prep containers. I ended up getting almost 5 cups total, and so I just went ahead and factored this in at 4 servings of a heaping cup each. So that's what I've got in each one of these containers here. And then I just sprinkled a little bit of sesame seed on, and then the green onion. And there you have it. So the points on this at 4 servings is gonna be 4 points a serving, which doesn't sound too bad for that. Pretty good serving size. Nice good amount of protein as well. Now you can see how I've meal prepped these. I've got them with some roasted broccoli and then also a half cup of cooked quinoa. The quinoa is 3 points a serving and the chicken being 4. It's gonna make these meal prep containers 7 points in case you're wondering. But yeah, 4 points for the chicken alone. I've seen this served with rice. I've seen it served alone. You can kind of have it however you want. I just figured quinoa would be nice because it's added protein as well. So that's how we're gonna have it. My husband is not home yet, so I'm gonna wait until he gets home and then have him give this a try and see what he thinks of it. He's never had peanut butter chicken before either. But we'll be back and let you know what we think of it. Okay, my husband is home. This has cooled down quite a bit, so it's not looking as it did before.
As fresh.
As fresh, yes. So again, you've not had this, right?
No.
Or any type of peanut butter chicken?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. So, how's it smell?
Smells good.
4 points.
Smells real good.
Oh, he's taking it away from me. I didn't end up tasting this yet, so I have no idea what we're looking at.
I'm trying to spear a piece here.
Spear a chicken. You sniffing? Say hello, by the way. Oh, too late now. Put it in your mouth.
I'm always doing that.
Gotta go for another bite. I don't know if that's good or
Well,
bad.
it's not quite as... I thought it would be a little more...
Robust?
So surprisingly, the peanut butter flavor is very, very, very...
Minimal? Well, there's not a lot of peanut butter in there. And there wasn't in the original recipe that I lightened up either, which I thought was interesting. Because as I was making the sauce, I thought, you know what? I would almost think maybe double the peanut butter that I put in there.
So I'm trying to figure out the flavor profile on that.
Do you want to know what's in it, or you want to try to figure it out? Oh, there's our cat. Oh, there she goes. That's
Is there like Worcestershire
No. They're soy.
soy. You can taste the soy.
Okay.
It's really good. I guess I should have got to that earlier.
You took the roundabout way to get into that one.
Yeah, well,
So you like it?
oh yeah.
Okay. It's got also in it a little bit of garlic, the hoisin sauce. What am I forgetting? I'm forgetting something. Very Asian. Oh, so a little bit of sesame oil.
Yeah. I'm kind of at a loss how to describe it. But
Is
you'll
it
get
savory.
It's definitely savory.
Here, let me have a bite.
No, it's not real. You know, there's no spice to it.
No kick. I actually thought about putting red pepper.
That would be good. And the peanut butter flavor, when it's there, is on the back end, and it's just kind of this pleasant.
That's funny. That was the
Note.
word I was going to use to describe it in general. It's just very pleasant.
Yeah.
I can taste the peanut butter, but yeah, I can taste the soy sauce. It's got a warm flavor. I don't know how to describe it. It's good though.
So I would recommend that to people.
For 4 points?
4 points is totally worth it.
Okay.
That's just a really nice dish.
All right. Okay, guys. Well, that was peanut butter chicken lightened up. Thank you to my viewer that requested it. We're going to enjoy that. Probably be making that one again.
Yeah.
But as always, be sure to check down in the description box below where you'll find the full list of ingredients, instructions, WW points, calories, macros, other nutritional info, as well as a WW recipe builder link. All of that will be down in the description box. But thank you guys as always for watching, and we will see you on the next one.